everybody, welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. Yeah, as you can see, you guys, I am gonna eat some ramen. I've actually been craving ramen, and I put some little wieners in here and everything. Yes. Oh, I love ramen, you guys, I'm not gonna lie. So I'm gonna dig into that pretty quick. As you know, here we have Whitney. She doesn't have her top. That sounded wrong, but you guys can see she doesn't have her top. Anyways, link down below for the Coldest Water. The first link is for the Coldest giveaway. They have one every week, and the second one is for free shipping with the code Oh Yeah. So you guys already know. Go ahead and check that out. But without further ado, you guys, I am gonna start digging in to this beautiful thing. All right. Got my little bowl right here. This is just a faster way of doing it. Still learning how to use chopsticks and stuff, you guys. Bear with me, I'll learn eventually. All right. There's some weenies in there. Ooh. Yes. Provecho. I hope everybody's doing well today. Happy Thursday or happy Friday. This is gonna be up on Friday. So happy Friday, everybody. So Kim and I have been watching The Act on Hulu, and it's actually pretty good. If you haven't seen it, go ahead and check it out. Like I said, it's on Hulu. But if you haven't seen it, you might have heard of what it is actually about. It is about Gypsy Rose, who was this little girl that, you know, her mom suffered from, oh man, I don't even want to say the name because I know I'm gonna butcher it. Anyways. I don't even want to say it because I know I'm going to butcher the name. So anyways, her mom always thought that her daughter was sick. So her mom was named Dee Dee. And Dee Dee always thought that Gypsy was sick ever since she was little, like months old and stuff. And so she started making up all these diseases and sicknesses that she had, ranging from leukemia, muscular dystrophy, which eventually supposedly affected her ability to walk, and she ended up needing you know, a wheelchair and everything like that. And it's just pretty messed up because the mom wasn't the best person. Like, she would put her daughter through like years. It was almost 2 decades, so almost 20 years of just this mental, like, oh, you know, you're sick, you can't do this, and deprived her from being a child, pretty much, like being a normal child, playing with friends. Like, she couldn't do anything, no sugar, no nothing. It was really bad. You know, Gypsy Rose ended up finding this guy online, and I mean, I don't even know if I should say it, but I guess I'll just say it anyways. Spoilers. All right, if you guys haven't seen it, or you guys don't know about the case or anything, this is big spoilers that I'm about to say right now. So mute it, whatever you want to do, but I'm gonna definitely spoil it right now because I'm gonna talk about it. But she ended up finding this guy online, and the guy was a little weird too. And then basically Gypsy asked the guy, hey, would you murder my mom for me? Basically, that's what she asked. And the guy was like, okay. Have some of this broth. Oh. There was egg in here too. yeah, so basically the guy said yes. They planned it out. She bought a knife and then basically, you know, brought him into the house, gave him the knife, and he stabbed Dee Dee, which was Gypsy's mom. He stabbed her multiple times, and it was pretty gruesome and stuff. And basically after that, they literally had sex. They went to a hotel, they had sex again, and then they were gonna make their way back to Wisconsin to, oh man, I can't believe I'm forgetting his name, you guys. Oh, how can I forget his name? I know his last name was Godejohn. Nick, right? Nick, I believe it was Nick Godejohn. I really hope that's his name. If not, I'm sorry, you guys, but I can't believe I just blanked out. Anyways, yeah, they went to a hotel. They were gonna make their way back to Nick's house and stuff. They were gonna make their way back to the boyfriend's house, and yeah, that was basically it. Like, they thought they were gonna get away with it, or they just acted normal, like nothing happened. And they mailed the knife. They mailed the knife to the boyfriend's house. Like, they were trying to think of what to do with it after, so they were like, oh, it's a good idea to just mail it to ourselves, and then once it gets over there, we'll throw it in a river, or we'll do this, or get rid of it once it gets to the house. And it was just a mess. Anyways, it's just one of those situations where you look at this girl's life and it sucks, because she was like, I mean, yeah, the mom, you could say, like, she borderline tortured her. I mean, she made her get surgery she didn't need. She made her get a feeding tube that she didn't need. She made her get, like, you know, she made her take all these pills, all these medicines and everything that she never needed. Like, she was a perfectly healthy child, and then just grew up, like I said, in this, just bubble wrapped pretty much by her mom, like, to the extreme. And I think she tried to run away once, and her mom ended up finding her, like, literally 4 hours later. One of the doctors that her mom took her to got suspicious over time, and he dug into it and started investigating. In the show, it's a girl. They portray her as a woman, but in real life, it's actually it's a guy. And he ended up calling child services, and child services went to the house, and she just made it seem like everything was normal and fine. And I know the cops got there at some point, and again, she played it out like everything was fine. So I think in Gypsy's mind, she was like, man, no one's gonna help me. Like, child services came, the police came. My dad isn't, like, you know, the dad, he wasn't really in the picture. Like, he would talk to her once in a while, but it wasn't really like he was there. And you know, he was kind of kept in the dark about it too. You know, she didn't feel like, hey, you know, I can go to him, because she just felt like she was trapped, you know, like the mom was pretty much manipulating everything. She would go wherever Gypsy went. Like, it was just 24/7, like, protecting her, quote unquote, protecting her. And, you know, I think at some point she just felt like, wow, like, I don't know what to do. Like, I have no way out, until she met her boyfriend, or the soon-to-be boyfriend, and she realized, like, oh, this is my opportunity to get out. And she committed murder. She told the boyfriend to kill her. She didn't actually commit the physical murder, but she helped set up her mom's murder. And if you look at it from that perspective, like, you're just like, wow, this person's evil. Like, they just killed their own mother, and they helped kill her mom, and this and that. But if you really, really dig deep, you're just like, man, like, I think at some point you kind of, you don't know what to do. Like, if you're ever stuck in a situation like that, you're just like, in that moment, I think you just kind of throw everything out the window, and you just say, you know what, F it. Like, I'm just gonna, I feel like this is my only way out. And that's how people saw it. And basically, they said, well, you know what she went through? You know, she went through hell literally for 20 years. And they gave her 10 years. The dude is serving the guy is serving life in prison, the guy that actually stabbed the mom. And Gypsy's serving 10 years, and she's up for parole after, I think, 80%, which is like, I believe like 8 years, 8.5 years or something like that after she's done, and which is 2024, I believe, 2024, 2023. So when she's up for parole, if everything's good, if she does make parole and she makes it out, she's gonna be 32, sorry. So it's not like she's gonna be super, super old, you know? Man, it's just crazy what you hear about. And this was recent too. This happened in late 2015, early 2016. So it wasn't like it happened like a super long time ago. This was super recent. Yeah, like the mom made her act like she was way younger, and she didn't end up finding out how old she actually was until she was like 19 or 20. Can you imagine that? Like just being controlled that way, just being told that you're sick, not being able to eat any foods that your friends are eating, not being able to go to school, not being able to have friends, not being able to, I mean, just everything in general. And the mom would get like, she ended up getting her house built by Habitat for Humanity. She got free housing out of it. So she got a lot of stuff, you know? And the mom was one of those type of people that like, she did it for attention. She did it to like make herself look good. Like, oh, you know, I'm taking care of my daughter. I'm such a good mom. You know, she has all these diseases. She's so sick. But yet I'm here and I'm just, you know, I'm taking care of her, like I'm doing like my best. And, you know, that's basically what she made it seem like. So everybody was like, oh, you know, she's such a great mother. But, you know, after this whole thing happened, everybody was like, oh man, she was pretty evil, to be honest. But I like the show. I think it was an interesting story. Not something you expect, like, oh, usually when somebody kills somebody, you're just like, you expect that person that committed the murder to be extremely evil, but, you know, not in this case, I guess. I mean, it's still murder. You still deserve to be punished, you know. And there's no excuse to commit murder, so you should never commit murder. That shouldn't be an option, I guess. Oh, some eggs and some weenies. Talking about evil though. So I was on YouTube, as I usually am, and I came across videos at around 2 in the morning that I probably shouldn't be watching because, you know, they creep you out at that time of night. But for some reason we love it, you know? Everybody does it. It was about dolls and cursed dolls, and if I haven't mentioned it before, I don't know if I have, but if I have, you guys know that I hate dolls. Absolutely hate dolls. Like it just I don't do dolls, man. Like I hate dolls. Like if you put me in a room full of dolls, I'll probably freak out. I'm not even gonna lie. I've never seen a ghost, but I think if I would see a ghost, I'd be like, it freaked me out, but I think I'd be like, okay, you know, that was scary. But I don't know, for some reason, just dolls make me so uneasy. So just, I don't know, they scare me. They genuinely do scare me. Yeah, I've read a couple stories of dolls that are cursed, and I mean, obviously the most famous one is Annabelle. You guys know, supposedly like a demon is pretty much possessing Annabelle, or like is in Annabelle, and pretty much, you know, tries to find an owner or something to take care of the doll, so that the demon can get closer to that person, and the demon can later possess the person that owns the doll or something like that. But if you guys have seen the Conjuring series, if you guys have seen Annabelle, you know what I'm talking about. Creepy ass little doll. And if you haven't seen the real Annabelle, it looks nothing like the movies. The movies, they made her look super scary, but in real life she's actually one of those Raggedy Ann dolls. So it's just like a fluffy rag doll with orange hair, triangle nose, big plushy face. Like, it doesn't look scary at all, but apparently she's possessed and does all kinds of evil shit. So there was another one that I read about, and it was this lady from Texas who bought this voodoo doll from New Orleans. And when she got it, she took it out of the silver casing, or the little container that it was in, and apparently as soon as she released it, she released like evil into her house, and she started having nightmares. She started hearing tapping noises, and she started waking up with scratches and gashes like all over her body. So she got freaked out, and she ended up returning the doll to the person that she had originally bought it from. But days later, opens her mail. Oh, the doll's right there, like in the package and stuff, you know, like it was a doll that had been returned. And it said, on it, it said, resident deceased. So apparently the person that she had originally bought it from died, and it came back, unless the person was still alive. And they just said, no, I don't want to deal with this crap anymore. She sent it back and said, resident deceased. That's also a possibility. But apparently the person who sold her the doll passed away. So now she's stuck with this voodoo doll. I've heard stories about voodoo, and it's just, those kind of things do freak me out, and I don't think I would ever see myself like really you know, indulging myself in those kind of things. I just think when you play with those, you know, when it comes to like voodoo, black magic, the Ouija, I think you're asking for something that I don't think anybody's really prepared to see. So I just stay away from that, you know. Don't go on eBay. Don't buy stuff that people put up for sale, like scary ass dolls and stuff. Like, just don't do it. Even if you think like, oh, I'm gonna see if this is true. I think it'd be cool, but at the same time, I don't want to bring that into my house. You know what I mean? Another story was this dude named Greg Mishka, and he was selling a doll because supposedly it cursed him and he had bad luck and all this other stuff. And he even put it like on the offer. He said, yeah, this doll is cursed, this doll is this doll's bad. Supposedly his cat died, his girlfriend left him, he developed chronic headaches, all this other stuff. And apparently somebody did buy the doll for 300 bucks. It was this lady. But a year later, this lady put the doll up for sale again, and she said, yeah, you know what, this doll sucks, like it's cursed. And the doll's name is Harold, and it's gone around in the paranormal world and paranormal shows and stuff like that, so definitely look it up. Anyways, and supposedly the man that came into contact with the doll ended up falling down a flight of stairs and died. And then another man came into contact, and then a month later he died of a brain tumor, or they found a brain tumor and he passed away or something like that. And then the crazy thing about it was the dude that originally sold it, the very first guy, he bought the doll from a flea market, and he said, you know what, I lied, you know, I lied about the doll being cursed. I just wanted to make some money off of it, and saying that it was cursed, I thought it was going to make me money. And you know, so basically he said that his story was bull, but then again, it doesn't really explain the lady, and then it doesn't really explain supposedly like the deaths that have happened around the doll, like the dude falling down the stairs and the dude with the brain tumor. So yeah, I understand that. Like, I don't know, it's just, I don't know if it's, I don't think it's hard to believe. For me, it's not hard to believe, because I feel like dolls are, I hate dolls. I think dolls are evil. Don't like dolls. Never have, never will. I can see where somebody's like hesitant to believe that, you know? But I would never want to find out. And if you look at some of these dolls, it's just like, why would you buy them in the first place? Like, they look creepy as hell. Like, all beat up and like cracked, and like, it just, I don't know. Like, it just, I don't know why you would buy a ugly, evil looking doll. Like, it just, I just don't know why you would do it. Now you know what scares me. If I'm walking down the street and I see a doll, I'm walking the other way. I don't care. I hate dolls. I can't. I really do hate dolls. And I remember my little sister, when she was little, if you guys know Teletubbies, she used to be super into Teletubbies, and her favorite one was Lala, which was the yellow Teletubby. And just to start off, Teletubbies are just, they look creepy as hell. I didn't really think about it until I got older. But yeah, they look creepy as hell. They look like aliens. I don't know, just creepy as hell. And she used to have this doll, you know, the Lala Teletubby. And my mom would tell me that she would talk to the Teletubby at night. She would wake up in the middle of the night, like 2, 3 in the morning, and she would just talk to this doll. Like, and then my mom would be like, you know, why is she awake? Why is she talking to this thing? So she would, literally, she would get the doll and she would like put it or throw it somewhere away from her. At this point, my sister still like slept in her, it was like a grown-up crib, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, it was boarded, so she couldn't roll off the bed or anything like that. And she had to climb over and she couldn't do it. So yeah, she would do that. And then in the morning she'd wake up and my sister would have her doll. Like, the doll would be laying down with my sister. My sister would be holding the doll. And my mom was just like, okay, that's really creepy. So, you know, that was one of the, you know, it happened a couple times. And I remember one time, I got up to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night. So I was eating sausages. And dude, that stupid Teletubby doll was in the freaking hallway, literally just laying down. And it just scared the crap out of me. And I'm just like, ugh, like, it was really creepy. And it would talk by itself sometimes. It was just really creepy as well. But it got to a point where my mom got over it and she said, you know what, just get rid of it. Because my sister started talking to it more and more and more, and she got to the point where like she was having full on like conversations with this thing, like, you know, baby talk with this thing, you know what I'm saying? And so my mom got freaked out and she ended up throwing it away. But I do feel like that doll was evil. Teletubbies look evil. Like I said, I don't like dolls. I don't know. I just never will. If you put me at the island of the dolls in Mexico, like if you knocked me out and I woke up at the island of the dolls in Mexico, oh man, I'd cry myself to sleep. I don't know what I would do, to be honest with you. I would swim back to the mainland or something. I don't know. I'd do anything to get off that place. That place is super creepy. I mean, I think it'd be a cool place to visit, but I don't think I would have the cojones to do it, you know? This is my last sip right here. Two more we need. Whew. Oh, it's kind of hot. Has a little kick to it. It's really, really good though. Oh man. Oh, that's cold. But if you've had any bad experiences with dolls or anything, any stories that you have, any stories that you have heard about, go ahead and let me know down in the comments. I love reading your stuff when it comes to like paranormal. activity type things, you know, ghost stories, anything like that. Those evil little whatever. They're evil, okay? Just straight up evil. I'm saying it right now. They're evil. That's just what it is. Thank you guys for joining me today. I really appreciate it as always. Thank you so much for all the love and support. And I hope that you're not watching this at night and I'm not filling your brain up with creepy stuff so you can actually get a good night's sleep tonight. But comment, like, subscribe, all that fun stuff as usual. And I will see you again very, very, very soon. Bye, guys.